a war that shook the world, a conflict rooted in history, power, and ambition. How did tensions between Ukraine and Russia escalate into one of the deadliest wars of our time? What forces are at play behind the scenes? And most importantly, what happens next? Welcome to Mystery Behind It. Today, we uncover the untold story of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, its origins, the hidden agendas, and the global impact. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the mystery behind it. The mystery behind the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia is one of the most complex and significant geopolitical crises of the 21st century. But how did it all begin? What led to the tensions that erupted into war? Let's uncover the mystery behind it. 1. The historical ties. Ukraine and Russia share a long history. Ukraine was once part of the Russian Empire and later the Soviet Union (USSR). After the Soviet collapse in 1991, Ukraine became independent, but Russia continued to see it as part of its sphere of influence. 2. The Orange Revolution 2004-2005. In 2004, Ukraine had a major political crisis. A pro-Russian candidate, Viktor Yanukovych, was accused of electoral fraud. Massive protests led to the Orange Revolution, which overturned the results and brought a pro-Western leader to power. This was the first major sign that Ukraine wanted to break away from Russia's influence. 3. The annexation of Crimea to 2014. In 2013, protests erupted again when President Yanukovych, who had returned to power, rejected a trade deal with the European Union in favor of closer ties with Russia. He was overthrown in 2014. In response, Russia annexed Crimea, a region of Ukraine with a large Russian-speaking population. Russia claimed Crimea had voted to join Russia, but the international community saw it as an illegal takeover. 4. The Donbas War 2014. Prison. Around the same time, pro-Russian separatists in Donetsk and Luhansk, two regions in eastern Ukraine, declared independence. This led to a brutal war between Ukrainian forces and the separatists, who were supported by Russia. Over 14,000 people died in the conflict before May 2022, the full-scale invasion 2022. On February 24, 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, claiming it was necessary for security reasons. However, Ukraine and its allies saw it as an act of aggression. The war has caused massive destruction, the largest refugee crisis in Europe since World War II, and has reshaped global politics. 6. Global impact. Sanctions on Russia. The West imposed severe sanctions, crippling Russia's economy. Energy crisis. Russia, a major oil and gas supplier, reduced exports, causing global price hikes. Military aid to Ukraine. The US, NATO, and the EU provided billions in military and financial aid to Ukraine. 7. What's next? Despite heavy losses on both sides, the war continues. Some experts believe negotiations may eventually lead to a peace deal, while others fear a prolonged conflict. The Ukraine-Russia war is still unfolding, and its outcome will shape global politics for years to come. What do you think will happen next? A war that shook the world, a conflict rooted in history, power, and ambition. How did tensions between Ukraine and Russia escalate into one of the deadliest wars of our time? What forces are at play behind the scenes? And most importantly, what happens next? Welcome to Mystery Behind It. Today, we uncover the untold story of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, its origins, the hidden agendas, and the global impact. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the mystery behind it.